Great leaders stop, evaluate, ask themselves what went wrong, what went right, and why. Why should I keep going? Why shouldn't I keep going? This was one of the slides in my presentation back in 2009. I remember the first day I stepped on the podium, and it was in this hotel, on the first Leadership and Management Congress. I put that slide. And I said, great leaders, they do stop from time to time to evaluate. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalamu ala rasulullah. If I ask each one of you, just minus 9 years of your life, just 9 years back, where you were, how old you were, how many family, if you had a family or not, your family members, how much money you had in the bank, what type of the car you had, the way how your face looked like, and compare it to now, and see how are you progressing on life. If you want to spend again the second 9 years being the same person who you are, trapped in your thoughts, would you make a difference in this life? It's never too late, but the time has come. We need you to stand up from the crowd. We need you to create a difference. Life does not wait for any one of us to make the difference. Life is waiting for you to make that difference. She knew where she's going, and she knows, and she will be knowing where she's going in the life, but not for us. Back in 80s, 90s, there was a lot of excitement about the term leadership. And we thought leadership is everything, everywhere. Without leadership, without political leaders, economic leaders, social leaders, business leaders, corporate leaders, the world goes nowhere. So we're putting a lot of emphasis on the leadership. Here we go, a lot of leadership, thousand, millions of workshops, classes across the globe, talking about one language, is a leadership. And deep inside, we have forgotten about the leader himself, the human side of the leader. Then we realize, that moment, we need to create a difference now. It is not about how much millions and billions and trillions of dollars we've been making, but it's about the person who's making that money, about the human side of it. So there's a fancy term called balance, finding the balance. And again, millions of workshops, spiritual leaders started to talk about finding balance between your personal and your professional life. And then we did a lot of programs, executive, they went through this balancing things. Then they found that they're going nowhere. There's still much need to be done. What's missing? Oh, it's the time management, don't you know? Again, we're running through millions of workshops in different languages across the globe that, okay, we need to catch up with the time. How we can create 28 hours a day instead of 24 hours a day? How we can make that difference through the time management? And that was something that the whole globe was pushing for. Then we thought we were ending nowhere. Still, we haven't catch much. So we started to talk about something lovely called the emotional intelligence. How to manage your own emotions and managing others who are living with you. If you can manage your emotions back home and in the society and on the street, then you are the best leadership we could talk about. That didn't work well too. So what's the missing piece here? Again, there's a lot of corrupted leaders we started to hear about from the globe, different part of the world. They corrupted the system, they corrupted the organization, they corrupted the society, and it had a severe cut in the society. like the Lehman's Brother Bank, for example. It was a 157 years old bank before it was collapsed. So it was running for 157 years, you could imagine. Then everything collapsed, right? At once. Then the world woke up on something called authentic leadership. That it's about people, profits, performance, prosperity, which is profitability in some cases. And we've been pushing for that. Till the crash came, 2009. Then we went to no man's zone. Everyone was starting to look up and right, try to find out where to move. What next? Where am I heading to? What type of fundamentals, principles, what time? I need a quick fix, like a first aid kit to rescue the situation. I'm going bankrupt. I'm losing all the family. I'm losing the family too. It's not the business. I'm getting divorced because of this. Trying to, rescue whatever. So we run through a turbulent time, and very fancy stories you can read during that crisis. Social violations, divorce, bankruptcy, small businesses are shutting down. So we never knew what to do. Then here we go. For the last 2 years, we had the great crash of the oil prices, and we end up nowhere. Now, the big question is, what to do? What next? Now, I tell you what, we as management gurus and writers or speakers, inspiration speakers, we like to come from time to time, come up with a very fancy words and trying to build the whole world on it now. Please note it down. There's something called mindfulness. Write it down and say Rashid has said it one time. Mindfulness is going to be the buzzword for the future. So there will be a lot of talk from now on from the leader corporates and the training programs and other about how to be a mindful leader. And that is, by the way, for day after tomorrow. If you're interested to listen to my presentation, you're most welcome. Yeah, admission is $10,000 only, right? So if you're excited, if you have that budget, your day after tomorrow in the opposite hall. Yeah, it's going to talk about the mindful leader. What does it mean? Because that is the buzzword. If you visit the latest releases of the big libraries worldwide, you will see these fancy titles called Mindful Leaders, Mindfulness, 7 ways, 100 ways, 10 ways, 2 ways, and all those catchy things. So it's going to be the buzz for the future. Just like I was expecting the sustainability that back in 2009. I remember, if you recall my YouTubes and the videos, 2009, sustainable development, sustainability was totally something new to this part of the world. Very, very new. And I said, sustainable development is going to be at the grocery shop later on, down the road for the coming 5 years. And I was right. Even the president of a countries worldwide, wherever they talk, they will talk about sustainability somehow. I don't know. Politicians, they're very smart also, picking up some good words from the society. So any president now, wherever they speak, are part of the sustainable development, and they will just inject it on their speeches. And here we go. It's about how to be a mindful leader, how to think different, how to be different. I won't elaborate much on this, so just waiting for you all to come. Will you come? Hands up. Can I see hands? Thank you. It's the 9th year. The time goes on and on and on. It goes so fast, right? When you call, it goes so fast. I was talking to a great friend, great colleague here, Mr. Nasser Akram. His Engineer Nasser is going to be the moderator for the day. So please stay tuned. It's going to be very tough on us before the panelists, yeah? So be careful of this guy. Nasser and I were talking before the program here this morning, that the first assignment I had as a leader, young leader from His Highness, Dr. Sheikh Sultan Al-Qasimi, the ruler of Sharjah, that was back in 1990. 1990, and I served him as a volunteer, as a general manager in Sharjah Charity International. The place was running through a tough time, and I was handpicked by him because I was the right person who could rescue and that was 27 years. To me, just like 27 months. I couldn't believe my own ears today when Nasser brought this subject to me. He said, oh my God, look at this, how things goes, so fast. So my advice to you, please, if there's one thing to leave this 5 days intensive program, which starts from today, and wrapping up in a nice cultural event, the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce, is to stop, evaluate, ask yourself, where am I heading to? How old I am now? And as Rashid said this morning, in the coming 9 years, how old am I going to be? And how would I look like? And how much bank account I'll be having? What type of car I'll be driving? What type of family I'll be having? Where I'll be sitting on, right? You have to be prepared. You have to be prepared because this is a legacy you have to leave behind. You have to be remembered by something. Make sure that you decide today that you'll be leaving something to be remembered for. Will you? Will you? Anyone here? Yeah? Will leave a legacy? Would you like to be remembered after you so many years? You don't need to be dead to remember things. You have somebody remember you, even while you're alive. Would you put a strategy for yourself? Would you please? Hands up. Yeah, how smart you are, please, yes. We need you to be engaged, by the way, in this program. The program is all for you. It's not for us. We need you to create a difference. We need you to be a better person. All right, you've got so much good stuff coming up on your way, so please stay tuned. Thank you very much. Thank you.